What's poppin', Kings? Today we're going to be talking about why it's important to focus on the woman that are attracted to you and the woman that show interest. It saves you a lot of time in the short game and in the long run. You can still live life how you would like to live. This is not a video to tell you how you should be living your life or whatever you should or should not be doing. This is merely just giving you some game from brother to brother, king to king. Let's say you have a woman, right? She is showing you interest. She's giving you the time of day. She's texting back fast. If you were to set up a date, she'll be willing to meet you up that night or even that moment. You know what I mean? Do you have a woman like that in your life? Have you had a woman like that in your life? I'm pretty sure we all have. But there can be two streets. You know, we're at a crossroads because we've had women like that. Then you, on the other side, then you have the woman who you're attracted to. She's showing you interest. She's doing all the good things. But that is kind of rare. Versus, like I said, to reiterate, the woman who you're not that attracted to, but she's doing all the things. So a lot of times, you know, we say looks don't matter, but they do at the end of the day. Although looks do fade. But there's not a universal beautiful or something that somebody needs to look like. If you find somebody that's attracted to you, man, by all means. If you find somebody that's attracted to you, by all means, and do not let nobody else try to tell you otherwise, bro, because, you know, we're adults. You know, if you're a teenager watching my video or whatever, don't let nobody tell you what you can and can't do in terms of who you're going to choose your partner. But, you know, if they telling you something like red flags, of course, you know, be on the lookout. Don't just turn your ear to it and let it go through one and go out the other. You feel what I'm saying? Focus on the woman that wants you. Let me tell you why it's important to do so. Because let's say you're focusing on a woman that's not really interested in you. You focusing on that woman whole time, she's chasing another guy. And the whole time you're trying to do all these things, not even knowing what this woman likes. You're thinking it's universal that all women like nice things. Not all women, of course they do, but not all women like to be bought out, is what I'm saying. They don't like to be they don't like to be bombarded with gifts. That's not a thing that needs to happen here. You don't need to go and spend all your money on somebody because you're doing all these things thinking that's what they want, and that's not what they really want. But hear me out, they may want it, but they may not just want it from you. And that's something that we have to just understand and come to terms with. The quicker the better. The quicker we come to terms with that, the better we're gonna be off being. You feel me? You feel me, my kings? That's highly critical and highly important to understand. When you feel that sting, it's gonna knock you back, but it's not gonna knock you back to square one. Just like you get hit, but you're like, okay, babe, I'm gonna bounce back real quick, easy. You're just kind of building up endurance. You're not getting numb to stuff because, you know, you may want to be single forever, or you may want to just be single for a while, or whatever you may want to be. But I do think that if you were supposed to have somebody, a partner or something, somebody that's compatible with us, I feel like that's highly important and highly critical and things of that nature. That's very important. So you focusing on a woman that's not really showing you interest, that's wasting time. If you are ready to be in a relationship, rather. If you're ready to be in one and you're focusing on these women that's not really showing you interest, it may be for a lot of things. They may not like your style, but that's nothing to you. You shouldn't change your style to try to conform to them. If you feel like you got a decent style or a decent set of clothes and a nice wardrobe and you always got a fresh cut or whatever, you're keeping yourself right, that may not just be what that woman likes. I feel that, you know, once you just continue to elevate yourself and make yourself better as a man, you're going to have a bigger dating pool. But that's up to you to find the one that's still right for you. Now that's going off based off looks, rather. You're going to see the ones that, because you have to look at them, you know what I mean? You have to kind of go off based off looks, you know, whether you want to go up and talk to them or not, or if you're approaching them from social media. That's all you really have, you know, just being honest. All you really have is the looks factor until you dive in and have a conversation and find out things about them. You know what I mean? Focus on that one who is showing you interest, because you're going to have a bigger dating pool as you elevate yourself as a man. As I've gotten older, you know, and as I've progressed more in life, and speaking of material things, gained some things, women kind of just come. It wasn't always like this, but as I've gotten older, it has, and I don't feel like I'm in my prime. A lot of people feel like when they hit 20, they're old, but like, bro, there's so much life to live. It's so much, every day is, you're learning. You know, you don't want to be alive, but not living. You understand what I'm saying? We don't want to be like a zombie out here. So I feel like even through the hard times of life, we should always be working on being the best versions of ourselves. You understand? Like, I just left the gym, and then I wasn't going to make a video, but I was like, nah, let's hop in, let's tap in. I just felt like making a video and giving it to you guys, whether it gets 1 view, 60 views, 100,000 views. Hopefully it gets to 1 million. I feel like we're gonna get to 1 million views one of these days this year. You know, we're gonna get the 100,000 subscriber plaque, then we're gonna push on to the goal one. But back to what I was saying on the topic, you're gonna have 2 women sometimes, right? But first off, I want to say you're gonna have 2 women sometimes. But first off, what I want to say, if you can get a 10, you can get a 10 again. So say you had a 10, y'all broke up, and you feel like, dang, I ain't gonna never get a girl like her again. It's not gonna be easy, but it's possible. But that's why I say you have to keep working on yourself. But when I say you have 2 women at one time, I'm just saying you may be talking to 2, but you gotta choose between which one you want to date. And I want you to make a decision. You have one on the left side. She does everything that you're looking for in a woman. She does everything. Everything. She's not the best looking to you, though. She's not like a 0. If you want to go to the scale, I didn't really want to refer to that, but if she's not like a 0 out of 10, but she's just not the best looking to you. And on the right hand side, you have a woman who she's like your type or whatever your type is, and she's okay. You know, she's not toxic, but she's kind of toxic. You know, there's some things that she can work on just like everybody else. She's not perfect. I'm not saying the girl on the left hand side is perfect, but she's more relationship ready. But the other girl, she has a lot going on, I just say, but she's your type. What are you gonna choose? You're gonna go for the lust because she looks like something you want, you feel what I'm saying? Or you're just gonna go based off looks? Or you trying to really do something that can really help elevate you and just show you different perspectives as a man? You know, if you made it this far in the video, comment below what you might be thinking. You understand what I'm saying? Because, you know, we all think different. I'm not expecting people to agree or disagree with me or anything like that. I just kind of want to see the different things, and maybe I can learn something as well as a man. But I feel like it's just so important to focus on the women who are showing you interest, and the women who are in your DMs, and the women who are asking you how your day's going. They're checking you out and things of that nature. They're trying to see what you're doing. They're trying to see how you ate, versus you trying to text this other girl good morning, texting, anything like that, and she's texting you back 2-3 days later after she already she's been treating you like the 3rd, 4th, 5th option, but you're trying to just really get some intimate time with you. She's treating you like you barely exist. She's like, I'll get to him when I get to him, but you're just waiting around for that. So, you know, you're just kind of texting the other girl like whatever, but as soon as the girl that you really want to text you, you jump up on the phone and you text back immediately. You can't even contain yourself. You know, we've all been there before, you know, but at the same time, we just gotta start looking at in life as far as like, what's really good for me here? What's good for me? How can I make the best decision for myself? Of course, you want to benefit the other person, but in terms of longevity, if you want to be in a long-term relationship, if that's what you're choosing to you got to really think about how is this person going to benefit me in the future, because they're not going to be the same in the future as when you met them. They're going to change, they're going to evolve, not all the ways for the worse, but a lot of times for the better too. That same thing with the person that's saying that too. But I appreciate you guys for tapping in with me. You know, we're going to start back being consistent. I'm almost at 30,000 subs. Let's keep going. I appreciate you guys. Make sure I pound the like button. Hit the subscribe. I'll see y'all.